What's up everyone, it's Greentea sister. If you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then go ahead and join the party. I love to have you here. Today, we're gonna talk about 6 signs that you are ready for a new relationship. Before we get started, no, you don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect in or outside of the relationship. These are more of an indication that would help you understand if you are truly ready to enter into a new relationship. So please don't take these as end-all be-all solutions, but more so as like a guiding post. The first sign you are ready for a relationship is that you have taken the time to reflect and heal from your previous relationship. This could look like facing your own issues, and if you have some triggers or trauma from the past relationship or from childhood, taking those things to a therapist, a professional to work through those deeper issues and deeper wounds. It could look like spending a lot of quality time with your family and friends to heal. It could also look like journaling, meditating, going on walks, praying to God to process those deeper emotions. So many people actually don't take the time to heal because, let's be real, it's very uncomfortable and it feels vulnerable to sit with these emotions after an aftermath of a relationship that didn't work out. However, it is critical and crucial for you to take the time to process your emotions and really use those experiences to learn about yourself so that you can be a better version of yourself before entering into a new relationship. What happens when you don't take the time to recover and heal from your last relationship? Most likely, you're going to bring the same baggage into your next relationship. The person that you date may change, but if you don't change as an individual, you're going to be repeating the same relational pattern and the same relational mistakes that you made in the previous one. The second sign you are ready for a relationship is that you are comfortable being by yourself. It all boils down to, can you spend time on your own? Now, this doesn't mean you don't have any moments of loneliness. We're all humans. Especially if you live alone, you may need to be more intentional about being social and scheduling things in with your friends. However, whether you live with someone or whether you live alone, you're gonna have moments of loneliness. But in general, can you spend time on your own without the presence of other people? Or do you constantly need to be surrounded by people to feel less lonely? Being comfortable on your own means that you are no longer spending time with others just to avoid being on your own. For people who are more extroverted, who need a lot of socialization, it may feel very uncomfortable at first. And if you're also a serial dater who's always been dating someone, it may be a little bit more difficult, but I also just want to remind you that it takes practice. So if you don't feel comfortable being on your own on day one, that's totally fine. Just know that with time, you will feel more comfortable. And the more you get comfortable with being alone, the better partner you will be in the future, because then you're not being emotionally dependent on another person, but you're learning to be secure within yourself. The next sign you are ready for a relationship is that you are happy by yourself. Now, this sounds pretty similar to the last sign, you are comfortable by yourself, but there's a slight difference, so hear me out. Being comfortable by yourself, it's more about the practice of learning to be okay on your own without constantly being around other people. Now, being happy by yourself means you're able to find activities that you like to do and be okay and derive a lot of happiness from doing those things on your own. You can still be happy by yourself and still desire a relationship, but being happy by yourself means that you're no longer waiting for things to happen. You're no longer just like taking a passive seat in your life and thinking, I would be happy if I was in a relationship. Only if I was in a relationship, I would be so much more joyful. No, actually, happy people make the best partners, and people who are happy on your own honestly make healthier relationship because they're not in a relationship out of a need, they're in a relationship out of a choice. When you aren't happy on your own, you are so much more susceptible to date someone for all the wrong reasons. Out of loneliness, out of just wanting to have someone by yourself, it could lead to settling in a relationship that is actually not for you. So being able to be content and happy by yourself, it could look like, doing the simple things, taking a book to a cafe and reading all afternoon, going for a bike ride, listening to your playlist, or picking up a new hobby like going rock climbing or learning baking. All of these things that can add joy to your life. The more happy of an individual you are, the more healthy and a better partner you will be in the next relationship as well. The next sign is that you truly feel ready to be selfless and make space and room for someone in your life. Do you have time? Relationships are hard work. It requires a lot of time, energy, commitment to date someone, to lead to marriage, to have family, kids. And as great as it sounds, relationships are not for everyone. And I think so many people end up marrying someone even though they may not have a strong desire for it because of societal pressure or because that's what everyone else is doing. But in this area, you really gotta know yourself. Just because everyone else is entering into a relationship, it doesn't mean it is the right thing for you. Some people truly thrive on their own and they don't have the capacity or they don't want to make the level of commitment and the effort that is required to be in a good, healthy, thriving relationship. So you have to be really honest with yourself. And as much as you want to be loved, do you have the time and energy to care for someone else? Are you willing and able to switch from the me mentality to team mentality? It's not to say you have to be perfect, but it is a fact that two selfish people make terrible partnership. So if you desire a stable, healthy relationship, and not just any relationship for that matter, then you should seriously ask yourself if you're someone who's able to give love and receive love. The next sign that you're ready for a relationship is that you simply don't think about your ex or your previous relationships that much anymore. It doesn't mean that you don't think about them at all, but every once in a blue moon, when the memories come back, when you think about your ex, it doesn't really hurt you. It doesn't really have any impact on you. So this is a really good sign because it means that you are over that relationship, that you had healed from that relationship, and you have this emotional space to welcome another person into your life. But if you're still hurting or holding onto negativity or bitterness from your last relationship, it may be a sign that you haven't completely healed and that you would benefit from taking more time to yourself to reflect and grow from that experience. Can you still enter a new relationship like this when you aren't completely healed? Well, yes, but I would just say that wouldn't be fair to your new partner. And when you enter a new relationship, when you're still holding onto pieces from the past, you are inevitably going to compare your new partner to your ex. You may be constantly comparing your new partner to what your ex used to do. And that's not fair to your new partner, right? Like that's something of an emotional baggage that you should take care of yourself before involving another person. And again, I just want to remind you, you don't have to be perfectly healed. It just means whenever you think about your ex, no longer you feel like very strong feelings of sadness or bitterness. It's just a part of your life story and your memories, and you can make peace with that. The last sign you are ready for a relationship is that you are more self-aware than ever before. After the last relationship, hopefully you have taken the time to heal and reflect. And if you have, now you will have a better idea of what you want and what you don't want in your next relationship. And while you are still single and not dating yet, I really recommend you taking some time to write down your relationship list. This list could include everything that you desire and everything that you don't want in a relationship. So it would include your non-negotiables, things that are nice to have, qualities that you want in your future partner, and also things that you will never tolerate in your next relationship. It is important to define these things before you enter a new relationship because when you're in love, your brain tends to get a little bit fuzzy and you're more likely to compromise on things that you haven't clearly defined. But when you write these things down, you will have a better idea of what are some of the things that you really deem important and what are some of the things that you are okay with being flexible. So it's important and okay to be flexible, but just to have a general guideline of something that would help you during the dating process. So the more you reflect, the more you have taken the time to reflect and heal, you will have a better sense of who you are and what you want in your next relationship, your personal standards and your personal values. You will have a better idea about the kind of person who will be a good match for you. Those were the 6 signs that you are ready to be in a new relationship. My goal is to help you identify and be in a happy, healthy relationship in a world where dating has never been as complicated as before. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and like the video. And if you're going to like the video, you might as well also hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you very soon. Bye!